Hello, this is Nman800, and this is episode 5 of How to Survive in Minecraft, series intended to help new players learn to play the game. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at achievements and stats and a couple of the options in the game. So, press escape. Of course, here, you have your back to game, achievements, statistics, options, and save and quit. Let's first take a look at the achievements. So, I've gotten lots of achievements so far. I bet that you've seen some things come up in the corner saying like achievement get blah blah blah. You have taking inventory. Press E to open your inventory. And that leads into getting wood. Attack a tree until a block of wood pops out. And that leads into benchmarking. Craft a workbench with 4 blocks of planks. So if you haven't gotten an achievement, you'll see probably see some of these darkened, but I haven't taken all of them, or I haven't done all the achievements, but I've kind of opened them or whatever you want to say. So benchmarking leads into time to farm, time to mine, time to strike, making those wooden tools. Hot topics, making a furnace, but you have to get time to mine first. And then we have delicious fish, catch and cook fish. I'll talk about fish later. Acquire hardware, smelt an iron ingot, and on a rail. Travel by minecart at least 1 kilometer from where you started. Now, again, these are stuff that I'll get into later. Getting an upgrade. Time to strike. Oh, I already said that one. Monster hunter, attack and destroy a monster, and sniper duel, kill a skeleton with an arrow from more than 50 meters. When pigs, cow tipper, harvest some leather. When pigs fly a pig off a cliff. To lie, wheat, sugar, milk, and eggs, mix cake, bake bread, turn wheat into bread, and again, these are stuff that I'll get into in later episodes. So those are the achievements. There are definitely going to be more. Sorry. And here are the stats. These are kind of like basic stats, like times played, distance walked, distance by boat, minecart, by pig, jumps. I've jumped. Yep, that's how many jumps. That's a lot of jumps I've made before. Alright. Number of deaths, 25. Mob kills, 327. Player kills. Fish caught. And normally I would have more considering the time that I've been playing Minecraft for. But sorry about that. But I've gotten a lot of mods. I've refreshed my Minecraft.jar a lot and had everything be reset. And so yeah. So this is general blocks. Now these are all the different blocks that you've done things with, and there are a lot of blocks in the game. And then it says what you've done with the blocks, like times crafted. And some blocks you can't craft, so there's just a dash, it's kind of not applicable. Times used, meaning how many times you've placed it. Times mined. So that's blocks, items. You have all these items. Alright. I guess I could just use that. Times depleted, which would be pickaxes and stuff like that, but I mean a lot of these aren't applicable because they're not items that would be depleted. Times crafted. So it depends on how many times you crafted the item, and times used. Same kind of thing. Now, that's it for stats. Now some options. We have a music slider. I like to keep it off because that can be annoying in videos. Sound, I keep around 50. Invert mouse. So right now, if you move the mouse forward, you look up, and down, and back, you look down. If you turn on invert mouse, it's the opposite. So it'll start to look really weird. So right now I'm moving the mouse back, and it's going up. And forward's going down. So a lot of games have this invert mouse. So if you feel more comfortable with it, then you can always turn it on or off. Sensitivity is how sensitive your mouse is. So if you turn it all the way to yawn, it goes really slowly, and it takes a lot of mouse movement to just turn 180 degrees. Turn it all the way to hyperspeed. It's really fast, and yeah, so I just like to keep it at 100%. So let's bring it down to 100. There we go. FOV is field of view. This is normal. And then if you go all the way up to Quake Pro, now it starts to look kind of like this. It's still the same amount of blocks, just looks much more stretched out. And when you're sprinting, it looks really cool, like you're really going fast. Alright, so I'll turn that back to normal. Video settings. These are where most of your things are. Graphics. If you have them on fancy like I do, you can see through the trees, and the clouds are three-dimensional. If you turn on to fast, it's the clouds are two-dimensional, and you can't see through the leaves. And if you have a slower computer, it's a good thing to turn it to fast. But I keep it on fancy because my computer's pretty fast. Render distance is kind of like how far you can see. There's far, normal, short, tiny. Smooth lighting. Before Minecraft beta, the lighting would look like this. And if I kind of yeah, so the lighting will look kind of like this. Alright, like that. But now if you turn on smooth lighting, now it starts to look much more realistic. Alright, so now some more options. Performance is this is a good way to just like I have it on max FPS. You can have it on balanced, power saver. Normally I keep it on balance. I don't know why I had it on max FPS. But it seemed to be doing me just fine, so I'll keep it there. 3D anaglyph, this is pretty cool. I've never actually tested it out, but supposedly if you wear 3D glasses and you turn this on, I think they have to be the red cyan ones, you can see the game in 3D. That's what I've been told. I've never tried it before. View bobbing is, if you have it on, you have a very realistic kind of bobbing walk. And if you turn it off, it kind of looks like you're levitating above the ground. That. I'll keep it on. And GUI scale is how big the GUI is. And auto is just like adjusted to your window size. Advanced OpenGL, it's kind of hard to explain. If you have it on, the game doesn't render, or like and rendering is just like having places on the game show up. And the places on the game are divided into chunks, which are like 16 blocks by 16 blocks by 64 blocks. So, like, one goes from sea level to the top of the sky, and the other one goes from sea level to the bottom of the underground. And if you have it on, it doesn't render chunks that you actually can't see. So it's supposed to make the game run faster, but for me it makes it run a little bit slower. So I don't know why I was on. I'll just turn it off. Brightness is like bright to moody. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then you have some controls. Button 1 attacks, which is your left mouse button. Button 2 is your right mouse button. That uses an item, which is really placing it. W forward, A left, S back, D right, space jump. Now left shift is sneaking. I haven't actually shown you about that. If you hold down shift, and then you slowly walk, and you walk really slowly, but there is an advantage. If you're ever over one block, you can't go farther than this one. You can't go down. So if you're ever looking over high ledges, it's a good idea to sneak. So Q is to drop an item. So if I'm holding like this stone, cobblestone, I can just press Q and it'll start to well, yeah, I'll drop them. But if you want to just drop the whole stack, you can just go like that. Alright, open your inventory to the chat. That's only for multiplayer. Tab lists players. That's also in multiplayer. And button 3 is your scroll wheel. So you use the scroll wheel to pick the block in the toolbar. And also a cool feature is that if you have your the crosshair selected over a block and you have that in your inventory, if you press the middle mouse button, if your scroll wheel can press just like a normal mouse button, then it'll automatically switch to the block that it's over. So if I do it to a torch, switch to the torch. If I do it to, there's no really other blocks I have. So let's see what I have here. Alright, it's a dirt. If I do the dirt, it'll switch to the dirt. So, you get the point. And that's about it for achievements, stats, and options. See you in episode 6. Bye.